on crypto. You know, we've been covering it on the way down, and now I want to stop talking about it as it goes up. So Bitcoin prices have seemed to stabilize a little bit. What do you think about this move we have seen in crypto over the past few weeks? And are you concerned about more of a sell-off and that pressuring the broader market a little bit?
Yeah, so crypto is a real tough asset class for me. Again, as a fundamental analyst, there's no cash flow, there's no dividends, there's no income. So it's really hard for me to tell you what the actual value of crypto really is. I can't tell you if Bitcoin's worth, 200,000 or 2,000. And as you just said, the volatility has just been incredible. I mean, people forget that not too long ago, October 6th, it was up 34% on the year. It was over $125,000. Today, we're around 87,000. We're down 7 or 8%, year to date. So there's a lot of volatility there. When you have an asset like this, it becomes an asset class of sentiment, what people think about it. And what drove it higher earlier in this year was pretty much record inflows into that asset class or that particular investment vehicle. And more recently, you've all of a sudden started to see heavy outflows from that space. And that's really what's driving it. And again, I really can't tell you if it's up from here or down from here, to be honest.
Larry, if a client comes to you and says, Larry, look, I got a little more money in my pocket. I want to put it to work. They say, Larry, I want to hold gold or crypto. Where do you steer them and why?
So I would probably do gold, but gold as well has become an asset class of sentiment. Obviously there are some fundamentals in gold because, you can use gold for different commercial reasons. But of late, that's been another one that's been driven by sentiment. And I think if you look on the horizon, things like the potential for some of the geopolitical concerns coming off the table, like Ukraine, Russia, that could put some downward pressure on the price of gold here in the near term.
Ines, real quick here. Yeah, go ahead. Hop in.
I just want to say the one word that pops into my head when it comes to Bitcoin is speculative. And yes, we have a scarcity issue, right? There's only so many units that are going to be created, but it's only worth whatever the next person is willing to pay for it, right? This is not like a stock that is generating revenue and earnings. So I think it's important to keep that in mind. Whereas gold is a store of value. Is Bitcoin really? I don't know. I still think it's a speculative investment.
Jen, I'm going to bring to life an emoji I've used before. What is like those praying hands? There we go. I think you were on the mark there. Nez, last word to you here. What I don't like about this move in Bitcoin, it hasn't been that convincing off the lows. I mean, it seems like people are nibbling at it, but it hasn't been that burst back over 90,000.
Right, and the question is, has Bitcoin bottomed here? Is this going to turn into a V-shaped recovery? And most analysts are cautious about that right now. It does not seem like this bounce is that meaningful. There are some resistance levels that analysts are taking a look at when it comes to the next following weeks. But I will say that Schonberger of Fundstrat said, look, the media has turned very bearish when it comes to Bitcoin, so perhaps that's a counter signal, according to him.